We live? I just wanted to make sure. All right. Peace and love, family. What's going on? It is your boy Mario Quinn, and we are here with yet another episode of the Level Up Podcast. This is episode 79. And I must say I'm super excited. I want to say happy MLK Day to everybody out there. Hope you were wearing your black or representing and doing what you got to do for the culture. We just want to say we appreciate everybody out there today on MLK Day. But I'm joined today by my wonderful light-skinned co-host, Marique Victor. All right. That was too much.
I mean, you know.
No, it is what it is. But anywho, all jokes aside, I'm joined today by my wonderful co-host, my boy Rizzy Reek. How you doing this evening, brother?
I'm great, you know. Always trying.
Always
lit, but you know.
Yeah.
Always trying to, improve every week.
Right. I appreciate that, man. That's very powerful. That's like shows your growth. Right. I see you elevating.
Appreciate it.
Within the craft.
I love it,
man.
Go ahead,
Anywho, but episode 79, family, we're really excited for this episode. I'm sure everybody noticed that you missed us last week. We needed a little bit of a break, so we took a break for ourselves, but we're back and we're ready to rock. And we're joined on this episode by our wonderful guest, Benji. What's up, Benji?
How y'all doing today?
Good, man. We're fantastic. You know what I'm saying? It's been a productive day. I mean, a productive weekend for me, man. I had a ton of meetings. We had a staff meeting over the weekend. We had a meeting today with our new record label, Level Up Music Group, and just putting that together, getting all the artists together. So that was really, really dope.
That's why I never sleep.
I mean, sleep's very important to me. I get a good 8, 9, 10 sometimes.
Not the way you be trying to work.
I mean, it's all about what you do when you're awake, like Gary Vee says.
Yeah. That's your boy.
That's my guy. And if he's listening to this, anytime you want to invite me out to New York and sit down, have some tea or something, we can make it happen. But anywho,
Gary Vee on the podcast.
I would love that, and it's gonna happen eventually. But anywho, Benji, for the folks who may not know you and what you do in Pittsburgh, can you just explain where you're from and what it is that you do here in the city of Pittsburgh, brother?
Well, I'm from all over, honestly. I grew up on the valley side of the Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
Miss Keysport, area north of Sales. As I grew up, started messing around Wilkinsburg, East Hills, lived in East Hills for a while. Had a couple girls out on the north, lived out there.
Okay. He said I had a couple girls. Okay.
You know what I mean? So really jumped around everywhere. So I'm not well known all around the city, but I put my name out there a little bit.
Nice. So in terms of craft, as you know, everything we do here at Level Up is about expressing your artistic passions and your craft and sharing that with the world. As someone who is a creative, what's that thing? What's your avenue to share your skills with the world?
What's my avenue?
Yeah, what do you do?
I mean, well, for one, I have a clothing line. I'm trying to really boom, like
sweet,
make a big thing, like say hi, hello Nike, I'm right here.
Right.
But that's in my head, Right now, I'm really just trying to build, try to create a culture, try to create a lane of. I'm not gonna spend $150 at Macy's. I'm gonna spend $75 with Benji and go home and be right.
Right. No,
that's my main mission is not having you spend $150 on a jersey at Lids. Come talk to me. I'll get you right for $60.
Oh, nice.
So that's nice. I don't feel like you have to break your pockets to look good.
Right. No, I agree. It is funny because my boy Ashay in the back over there, he said earlier, and it's funny that you said that about like breaking your pockets in order to look nice. He was like, man, some of the jiggiest people I know, they thrift and make it work. You know what I'm saying? And like, I really believe that. Like, you don't have to, spend an arm and a leg to look nice and to feel good about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Or miss your car payment.
Right. right. Or your rent. Fuck that.
Right.
But can you talk a little bit about how you got into the realm of fashion? Like, what was that like defining moment for you when you were like, you know what? I'm going to try this out. I'm going to, be creative and do my thing in fashion and in clothing.
Being in poverty, honestly. Growing up in not the most wealthiest area, not having the most wealthiest parents. So My parents would get me Nikes, but not the best Nikes.
Right.
Get me the off-brand Fubu Jordans,
Oh,
and you know what I
shit.
mean. Came to school with a pair of fake Jordans. Got
Clown.
what are those?
What
and then what are those?
Right.
Fought really hard to be like, when they're real. Don't look at my tongues, but they're real.
Right.
But what got me really here is I went to rich neighborhoods and went to their thrift stores, like you said, thrifting. Excuse me. Found Polo, Nautica, Tommy Hilfiger, Lacoste, all these high demand fashion brands for like, and they Wednesdays 50% off.
Oh, nice.
Every tab.
Yeah, you know the discounts, yeah.
So find the very lightly worn ones because rich neighborhoods, they just donate their stuff to get a nice little tax write off. So I go in there, grab $100 worth of stuff, and as soon as you know it, back in maybe 2010, 11, 12, 13, that's when Polo was really the thing to go to school, where you got Polo on every day of the week, So, I started feeling real good about myself. Then I started going to Plato's Closet. Yes, Plato's Closet.
Hey, Plato's Closet is lit.
They got Jordans. Found me a couple pairs of Jordans, and I realized, started finding like starter throwback jackets like Sharks, Spurs. Spurs is my favorite basketball team. So, and then realizing all this type of stuff really got value. So I had my friend like, bro, sell me a shirt. Well, I'll give it to you for 15. I bought it for $3. It's a lot of profit margin here. So I'll sell maybe 3-4 of them out of 10 of them to a couple of my friends. No names, we don't gotta throw them out there. But and then went to shoes, went to pants, found me a couple boosters. You know what I'm saying? Had to get my hands dirty a little bit, but then it moved on. Left that in the past. I was real art creative in school. I actually won a couple art shows, won a medal for my artistic abilities and anime and like realisticness. And I actually drew a black Jesus.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's
for an art show.
That's cool.
At the table at the Last Supper.
Okay, nice.
And they were like, "Were you trying to make them black?" I said, "Yes," because at the end of the day, Jesus ain't white.
It can't be. It doesn't make sense geographically.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I won a grant for college, went to school for business. When I moved up in the world, yes, started slinging certain things. Realized I wasn't the best thing for me per se in life. So worked for a little while, realized that's not the best thing for me in life. I prefer to be my own boss. So went back to what I knew, hustling, but on a good note. Sell things to kids, or see a mother that kids' shoes flopping off their feet, a whole bunch of creases. I'll be like, here, just give them away just to be nice. That's my good karma for the week. Try to keep a good vibe around me. Right. And then my wife, honestly, met her about 2.5 years ago. Alex, I love you.
Couple slow snaps.
She got my mind right. She's my iPhone.
Right.
She's
your Siri.
She's my Siri. What I gotta do today, Siri?
Right.
List everything off. How much do I got in my bank account? List everything off.
Right.
So she kept me on the straight and narrow and helped me out getting my mind right. Now I'm here.
No, man, I think that's really dope, man, because you talk a lot about like your journey being like doing things that you had to do in the past, getting into things that weren't the best things, but then deciding like, look, I'm gonna switch it up. I see that there's a need, I'm saying, in terms of like people who, with kids who need clothes, and my friends who want custom things and stuff like that. Oh wait, there's a hustle here. I can do this the right way, and I think that's really powerful, man. And I commend you, for taking that turn. And of course, I'm married too, so having a support system in your life is the best thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Have someone there to support you and love you and guide you and just keep you grounded is so dope, man. So talk a little bit about the brand, Urban Drip. That's the name of his brand family. How did you come up with that name? Yeah, man, like what outside of like obviously wanting to help people, you know what I'm saying, and bring something
right.
bring something fresh that's not like a big penny to the table. Like what else inspires like your brand, and just talk about how you came up with the name.
Well, urban is a cultural. You could work it both ways.
Mhm.
I mean, not trying to make it a race thing, but white people lure towards the word urban.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say urban outfitters, but
Mhm.
urban.
Mm-hmm.
Urban is a word that white folks can just draw to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you use the word drip, and drip been around for a couple years now, maybe since 2013.
Mhm.
Migos,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a lot of the new wave rappers and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So urban drip.
Right.
But
Now, what do you, I have
Yeah.
I have a question, because you said something that was interesting to me. You said white people gravitate towards the word urban, and in my work, so I'm a researcher, I'm an educator, I've done social justice education and stuff like that, and you know, there's a term in the educational field, you know, called urban education, and you know, a lot of times I'm like, what does that word urban mean? And what it means to me, and what I find ironic in what you just said, but like what it means to me is like urban is just like a fancy way of saying black. You know what I mean? Like or like a safe way of saying black, or black culture, or like black culture, or like, you know, Black American culture. And I thought it was interesting that you said that white people gravitate towards that word, because I look at it as a safe word instead of saying what it is. Like, you know, like I look at that like that's, you know, which I like the name Urban Drip, but I look at it like streetwear. You know, it is clothing that you would see people wearing in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, but you know, I would say that that's a part of like black culture, and I'm just interested in what you said about like white people gravitating towards that. Why do you think that they, you know, would gravitate toward a word like that?
because when you go to East Liberty, well, we're in East Liberty area now.
Right.
You go to the South Side,
Mm-hmm.
and now like all the black businesses that were there are getting pushed out. Now they're
Mhm.
getting forced to be online, and now they're
Mhm.
forced to be on the side of the street distributing their own products,
Mhm.
basically, like almost to the point where they're only making enough money to survive.
Mhm.
So when you look at these milkshake factory,
Mm-hmm.
it's simple and sweet. It's
Mhm.
not like called the smoothie shack, or
Right.
you know what I mean? It's not
Smoothie
called
shack.
the milk blender. You know, you
Mm,
get what I'm saying?
mm,
It's not too complicated.
Right.
It's just urban drip.
Right.
It's
So so you're saying that like just by using that word, it's easy to understand that this is a street brand,
right.
Or like like this is, I'm not selling suits, fam.
Exactly.
Okay, I understand. I was just wanted to get some clarification.
Like if you
Yeah.
go to American Eagle, you
Right.
go to American Eagle to get street clothing, honestly, because you go there, you get a T-shirt, you get a pair of ripped up jeans,
Mhm.
and a
But
pair
it's
of boxers.
I would say American Eagle is
Hollister.
more like rural and or like suburban. You know what I mean? Like it's like American Eagle. It's like, you know what I
Old
mean? It's
Navy.
like don't get me wrong. I've
Yeah.
worn American Eagle and I still got some stuff, but
Mhm.
I'm just saying like that kind of those words give me a certain feeling and a certain geographical kind of like placement. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so urban drip to me is like, oh, okay, I can place that in the realm of where I would see streetwear and maybe hip hop culture and stuff like that.
Right.
But like American Eagle, Old Navy, places like that, I'm like, okay, Old Navy, you know, I'm thinking like gentrified Lawrenceville, you know what I'm saying? And then like American Eagle, you know, I'm thinking like, you know, fucking Avonworth or whatever. Up, you know what I'm talking about? Up
Yeah.
279 up there. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe that I get from that. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. I just wanted to get some clarification, just because like, you know, some people, like especially in the times that we live in now, everything is very like the world is starting to hold itself accountable in a lot of ways. And like, you know, I know some people, they frown upon the word urban. Like even in like the dance scene, it's like some teachers don't want to call their dance classes urban dance or like hip hop dance. Even it's like, no, this is just dance, because it, you know, at a point it's like what are we really saying when we say the words urban? You know what I mean?
It's part of the culture.
Yeah. But it means, I feel like there's deeper implications there, you know, and so. But I think it's.
I feel like certain people just like how the name sounds. Like
right.
Sometimes it's not really about where it comes from as far as like how catchy the name sounds.
Right.
Like you were saying, basically you got to keep it simple. You know, the name in general, you got to keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Once you keep it simple, you know, people will draw themselves to it. Oh, urban drip, that sounds hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go check that out and see what it's about. Like, I guess I feel like people nowadays like the sound of what is something's called. Like
mm-hmm.
when they see it and they check it out, I got a ring to it.
Right,
you know, something
right.
they can talk about online, something that's trending, something that sounds good. You know, a lot of people in this generation nowadays, they like to you know, follow that based off of the name and the design and, you know, basically the look of the brand.
Mm-hmm. No, I wholeheartedly agree. I was just like, you know, I was playing devil's advocate, like, you know, because I you know, I'm in that realm of like social justice, and so sometimes it's like it's like a fucking seesaw, right? With like sensitivity. It's like, oh shit, what do I mean when I say that?
Right,
you know, people want to know what you mean when you say urban, you know, and so that's why I just wanted to see what it meant for you. You know what I'm saying? But that's dope, man. I think it's really cool. So in terms of like, you know, you said you started off as an artist. You've always been someone who's won awards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You've gotten through school and all that very well through your artistic practice. But what would you say has been like a huge accomplishment since you've like started to really like move with this and like make it your thing? Like what are some things you feel like you've gotten better at as an artist?
Insanity.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that one. You have to explain that one. Now, do you mean like when you say insanity, do you mean like, dude, I'm always constantly working, I don't get a break? Or do you mean like you've tapped into some greater creativity or some greater like mastery within your practice?
It's like you sit here and you could think of an idea, and you could plan out an idea, and then a day, 30 minutes, an hour later, it's gone. You know,
I know that feeling.
Or
I was like, damn it, what was the thing that I just thought of?
Or you got $1,000 on the table right now, and you could sit here and be like, we could go down on East Carson and go have a ball, or some girl just messaged me about a business investment. We can either invest our money or go blow our money. When's the next time we're gonna see $1,000? When's the next time we're gonna have money just sitting around? All the negative things that I don't mean, not everybody is lucky. You know what I'm saying, not everybody has a perfect week. Doesn't always. Oh, new bill comes in. Surprise! You need an oil change. Surprise! Your tire blew. You know. So when you got the money to pursue some type of dream, something, or even getting yourself in the doorstep of pursuing something that just latches onto you, your soul, your heart, something that could sit here, really make your throat tighten up, and really just be like, dang, man, fuck, I could really do something with this. I can really just, even if I fail, it's not failure. It's just having the courage to sit up and pursue a dream. You know what I'm saying? Forget if I'm losing money. Forget if that's why you have other things going on other than a business. I mean, other than your pipe dream, other than your top tier pursue. I would say, I don't know the exact word to use on it, but your top tier
goal.
Yeah. But as you're working towards that top tier goal, as long as you got your foot in the door, it's always going to grow from that point.
And I understand that. So I understand exactly what you're saying. You're saying, what it sounds like to me is like you're saying, as long as you have forward progress, you're doing to where you're not falling off the fence per se, but you're there. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to move forward and over whatever obstacle. I think is what you're trying to say is like, as long as you're working towards something, you will make it. And I'm a true believer of that. I feel like we live in the universe, and as long as whatever we put out in the universe is what we get back. You know what I'm saying? And I think like if you have an idea and you have a set list of goals and you're doing everything you can to meet those goals, it's gonna happen. The only time it's not gonna happen is when you give up. But I can understand why you said something like that could be like insanity, because it's like, yo, you're constantly battling your own fears, your own doubts. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also, sacrificing time. You know what I mean? Because that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? To take that $1,000 and instead of partying, you're investing it. You know what I'm saying? It takes a great deal of humility to do that, a great deal of sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Especially if like you taking money and having a good time is the habit. You know what I'm saying? And so
can't you do both?
You can. I feel like, but that's balance, right? That's yin and yang.
That's balance,
you know what I'm saying? You got to have balance. But
right.
like, I'm trying to, because he said insanity. And then based on what you said, what I'm understanding is like, there's a constant battle of choices that need to be made. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you could either go this way or you could either go that way. And the process of trying to stay straight, you know what I mean, to where the goal is at, in a way, can make somebody feel insane. I don't know.
Insanity, also elaborating on it, also is like, I wasn't happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working 8-9 hour shifts. If I work a 10-hour shift for $10 an hour, that's $100 minus 20% tax. It's $80, right? My aunt works for $20 an hour for 10 hours a day. That's $200.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no taxes. You know what I mean? Her business. But my point is, if I wake up bare minimum, that's good money though. $200 a day, $20 an hour.
That's great money.
That's good money. That's good money.
Shit.
So in my mind,
I was making. I heard that.
In my mind, it's where it's at is, if I could wake up daily and sell 4 jerseys for $50 a piece, that's $200 a day.
Yeah.
All right. And that's all. And that's the bare minimum of what I have to do to take care of my family, to make sure that everything is straight. Because as long as everything underneath me is handled, I'm handled.
Right.
If I'm working, slaving, unhappy me, unhappy wife, unhappy life, unhappy friends, I don't have no time to myself. I want to balance it. And I just realized after the years of gaining jobs, losing jobs, going to school for business, why am I spending all this time going to school to become something in the business world, to work at a nursing home, wiping some 350-pound lady's ass?
Ew, that's disgusting.
With 3 baby wipes. Exactly. And I was put in a situation like that. You know what I mean? I humbled myself, worked that month, and I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hands too.
Yeah.
But
but I feel you've been on that just working at somewhere you don't even want to be at, just putting all into something, and then you're like, this is not even worth it. Yeah, the money could be okay, but I rather do something I'm passionate about. I rather grind. I rather work doing something that I love. I mean, I was in the same boat when I used to work at Market District. I'm like, it's cool, but I rather stop working for somebody and, like you said, be my own boss. Just working on something I'm truly passionate about, and just keep elevating and keep working on my craft, because at the end of the day, this is your life. You don't want to be the person.
You only get one,
right? You don't want to be the person to be enslaved by somebody else by doing something they want you to do that's not even what you want to do, just to make ends meet. At the end of the day, you got to find that balance. You got to find, doing what you love to do. Sometimes, when you start off, it's not gonna be, what you want it to be, but you keep working at it, you'll make way much more than you ever made at the job you don't even want to work at, and it's just like it's good to have that balance of doing what you love to do, no matter how long it is, or you got to keep working and put all your effort, towards that, because that's the goal at the end of the day. You want to build a legacy for yourself, before you die, before we all die, we all want to have that, that legacy,
right? Have something to leave behind,
right? For future generations to follow, and do their own thing with that.
And then something up top of you saying legacy. I'm 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? When I turn, say if I waited until I was 30 years old to have children, I waited until I'm 30 to have children, and then they turn 20. I turned 35, and now they're 35. They're 5 years old. At the age of 5 is when children start being able to actually function on their own. So now that's when I actually start getting free time to myself. Right. Legacy, and I love the way you said legacy, because I don't want to. You could leave any day. I mean, and I hate to say that. I hate looking. I hate looking death in its face sometimes. Right. But you're one day everybody has to look death in its face. I actually went to a funeral the other day, and I was the last one to go up to the coffin to say goodbye. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me. I was in the back looking up to the coffin, just looking at him. It was like me and him only in the room. I couldn't even pick up my weight to get up on my own 2 feet to walk up and say goodbye to him. It hurt me that bad. It was my man's father, and he died the day after Christmas. It was a hurt piece, because the day before he was asking me, "Can you get me an
Arnold Palmer?
No, Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald jersey, because he lived right across the street from Aaron Donald."
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And he just always talked about Aaron Donald. I grew up watching that boy grow up, and boy, that man was big. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, and it hurt me, because the day before, you was just asking me to help get you a jersey. You know what I'm saying? So my mission is to give my boy
that jersey.
Nice. So he could always have it, frame it, wear it, whatever he wants to do with it. Because as long as I feel as though I accomplished my mission with him, it's like I have some center peace in me. Because every day is going to realize, one day we're going to have to realize, and we're going to wake up, we're going to be put in this situation. It's going to be a snap of a finger. We're going to realize we're facing death in his face. And when I seen him standing up there, I was the last person to go up there, because they were asking people to start rotating. There was too many people inside the building due to the COVID. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to go, bro. I went up there. I looked at him, and my heart dropped. I couldn't. I bowed my head. I said a couple words. But the more of it is that legacy. And I didn't feel like he was able to finish off his story. And I'm 24, and I don't want to wait until I'm 35 years old to start my story. If I start now and I fail in a year and I build myself back up, and I'm 26 and 27, it's actually booming. I'm 28. My story's still going. Because I forget who said it, but one famous business entrepreneur said it. He said, business opportunities are like buses. One comes, but another one goes. And it might leave, but another bus always comes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. I'm trying to get my foot in the door. I'm realizing the steps I have to take, yes, is obstacles, getting it out there, understanding that, you starting up a brand from the bottom. Who the fuck are you?
Right.
What the fuck is this?
No, I feel you, bro. I had to go through that. With this, I'm like, yeah, man, I got this idea for this studio. We do music and dancing and art all together in one place. And they're like, what? What the fuck? And no one believed that it would work. They're like, that sounds dumb. You know what I mean? And some people were like, oh, that's cool. But most people were like, they had that confused look on their face where they're like, how can you do all that? And then 5 years later, and we're doing it, they're like, shit, all right, it's possible. But man, there was something that you said that really resonated with me, and got me thinking. Sorry, I had to take my watch off. It was hurting my wrist. But you were talking about legacy and not wanting to wait till it's too late, or like feeling like, oh shit, I'm 24, and if I wait until I'm 30, then it might not happen. I feel you on that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of my parts of my 20s was really, really fucking wasted. Like, especially when it comes to like finances. Like, I didn't do the right thing with my finances. And at that time, when I was in my 20s, I was actually making a lot more money than I'm making now. And I'm in my 30s now, right? And I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have like invested and knew about these things when I was 20 something years old. But you said something about having a kid at 30. Is like my son, like he's turning 5 on the 31st, and I'm turning 35 on the 20th of February. You know what I mean? So like we had him when I turned 30, and like it was like I felt ready. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm ready. I'm grown as fuck now. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with the bullshit for real. It feels right. I think like when we're 20, a lot of times we think that we're grown and like we got to have everything figured out. But like the reality is that when we're 20, we're still kids, bro. Like you're a grown man. I'm not saying you're a child, but you're still a kid in the sense of like you're still young. You're still in your prime. I mean, you got until you're like 70 until you're like, and even then it's like they're like you said, like buses. It's like, yo, you can miss every bus for 10 years. And then 10 years later, you're 34 years old and you finally decide to get on the bus and you take the ride and you get to that destination. That can still happen. You know what I mean? So I think like, I feel what you're saying. And I think that's true. It's like, we shouldn't waste our time. We shouldn't waste our younger years and our youth. And we should, if we have an idea, this is the time to fuck up and fail and like figure it out and like figure out who you are as a person. But for anyone listening or watching, it's like I feel like we should also be clear and saying don't ever feel like it's ever too late. You know what I mean? Because it's never too late.
Definitely never too late.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you're trying to have kids. It's like, okay, how old are you? It's probably too late. You should adopt. Right. You know what I mean? Like scientifically speaking. You know what I mean? Like if there's something physically, you just can't do it, you can't do it. But like I feel like, we get stuck in this cycle of thinking like, oh man, if we don't do shit right now, it'll never happen. And I think it's a good idea to make decisions younger in terms of like what you want to do. But I also think in the same breath that it's okay to try shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was your age, bro, I had a clothing line, I'm doing dance, I'm in art school full time, and I'm just trying to figure out, I wanted to be a fucking cartoonist. Look around. I'm not a fucking cartoonist. You know what I mean? I wanted to work for Disney. And I thought I had it planned out and figured out. But like, I was like, nah, dude, like you start to really realize what it is you want to do closer to your 30s. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree with you. Like, I know people who are much older than I am who don't have any semblance of like purpose in their life. You know what I'm saying? And they're just like, oh, I just can't. I don't have anything. There's nothing. I'm just living, and I'm not accomplishing things. Like I would say my dad, for example, is like super talented guy. Like I looked up to him my whole life. I'm like, damn, he's so cool and artsy, and like can act and rap and do all these things. But like at some point in his like mid 30s, he fucking gave up, or like he had something happen that changed his trajectory, but he didn't do the things that it took to get back on the path of like doing what he was great at. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it's too late now, but
I completely agree with what you just last said about your folks, and that's what kind of makes me thrive every day. Because I mean, and like you said, I'm 24 and I'm still young, and I'm still learning, and I'm sitting here like in tune to what you're telling me, because like I'm just waiting for the next word that comes out your mouth. I'm like, oh, what am I going to learn now?
Right.
Okay,
getting them nuggets, man.
I mean, so what I'm saying here, I had to grow up young. You know what I'm saying, so everything I had to do was like, I never had a father. I had a mother, but then she was never really a suitable mother. You know what I'm saying? So I was really by myself and had to let my grandmother, strong woman, she was very protective over me, wanted to help me out as much as she can. But other than my grandmother, I look for the streets for help. You know what I'm saying? And that was a positive because it grew me up way too fast. But then it was a negative because I realized all of the negatives that come from it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I learned a lot positive things, but then I learned a lot of negative things that come with it. Oh, people take advantage of you. People only want to be your friend because you have a car. I mean, people want to use.
Like you have resources.
You have resources.
Yeah.
They want to use you for, and I'm a real cool dude. Like I would take my shirt off my back if I knew you was that messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of dude I am. And just knowing that you're willing to sit there and rob me when I'm trying to help you get better, it's just messed up because I'm not gonna say I'm the plug, but you know what I'm saying? I'm the plug. I'm the plug. Like I'm trying to help.
Cool shit.
I'm helping you.
Right.
I got money moves in play for you to make money with me. So why do you want to cut ties with the person, even if you don't like me? Just respect me.
Right.
Because business doesn't have to be you like me, I like you. Relationships aren't in businesses.
Right.
Business is a cold world. And as long as we could correspond on the same plane, we can make money together.
Right.
So I understand that.
Yeah. Kudos. So in terms of like goals, you know what I'm saying? You got the line, you know what I mean? You kind of figuring out that like how you want to lay down your legacy and like what that means for you in terms of being a business person. What do you think like for yourself, like the next 5 years? You know, what are those top goals next 5 years for you, Benji?
So actually me and my wife actually sat down and did a 10-year plan.
Look at this. Look at God.
I mean, so we growing up, I had a mentor, me and Derek. I don't know if you remember Deacon. He came on your show.
Yeah.
Deacon.
Oh, you know Deacon.
Yeah.
Again, small world.
I mean, that's how we met, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, growing up, you know, I used to go down and visit Deacon, you know. Ben was his right hand man, you know. We chopped it up.
We was like his mom was like my auntie.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean, it was like that. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Playing Xbox and eating noodles together.
Right.
I mean, we called
them eating noodles together.
Hot Cheetos and peach teas. You know what I'm saying?
He said we had a couple ramens together.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Always had his snacks on deck.
Yeah, we called him the Claw because he always ate his noodles with his hand.
Yeah, he used to be a fat one.
Wait, Deacon?
Yeah, he used to be real big.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh shit! He all like skinny now.
Yeah,
That's funny. He said them squares. I cannot with
them
you.
Squares, man. Them squares are.
Hey, so next 5 years.
Next 5 years.
Yeah.
So right now, the top of the pyramid is the clothing brand.
Right.
That's the main goal.
Okay.
But this ain't making me car note money. Well, my car paid off, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
I understand what you mean.
This ain't making me rent money. So while this is going on, underneath the pyramid, that's the top of the pyramid. Underneath the pyramid is the jerseys, the reseller shoes. And people ain't realizing it, but soccer is a big money
market. Yeah.
Big money.
Like when it comes to like their memorabilia and all that stuff.
Messi jerseys.
Yeah.
The jackets. People, their video game made in 2019 made over $3.5 billion in virtual sales for VCs, like how you play 2K. I don't know if you play 2K,
but I played 2K.
But you pay a certain amount of money, $25 for a certain amount of VC. That's virtual money. They made like $3.5 billion on virtual transactions.
Jesus.
And soccer is nationwide.
Wow.
You know what I mean, compared to football is America.
Yeah. The football, real football is everywhere.
Right.
It's the whole world.
Like soccer jerseys, I get them. I got a good wholesaler, and he gives me a good deal. So
you just said something that made me realize more of what you do. So you have your own brand, but you're also in the business of resale.
Yeah.
Okay, I now understand. I did not put that together in the beginning. That did not compute in my mind.
I need a KD jersey.
That's dope. So you're gonna
yeah. I got the new baby blue ones, and I got the other city edition ones.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Yeah.
So if do you do your sales by request, or is there a place where people can go, or like
So I'm realizing as I'm doing this, because my last order came in, and by the time I even got my stuff in before I could even post it online, half my orders were gone because people knew that I got them.
Right. Like, so it was like as soon as they knew, they were gone before you could even put it out.
Yeah, like, and then it's like when I post stuff, people don't necessarily bite at it because Facebook Marketplace, Macari, Posh Market, all that stuff is flooded. I mean, all this type of stuff is flooded, and they underbid you. I mean, I appreciate your offer, but it's not worth what you're offering me. I mean, I wish I could sell it to you for that, but if I'm selling pennies for 2 pennies, I'm only making 3 pennies at that point. So at this point, it's like I'll go to fishing hooks. I walk out, I go and fishing hooks. I'll have a jersey on. People like a jersey hard. I'm like, yeah, I sell them. Oh, for real? You got a Kobe on you? Like, yeah, I got one.
Yeah, dude, in the car.
I have to cash up how much you want. Like, they don't even want to see it. They want to pay me because they idolize these people, and it's to the point.
And they know that it's exclusive. It's like, bro, like that shit is not easy to just have and find. Like, it might be some limited edition type shit, you know?
And it's like they got 3 different versions of jerseys. They got fan-based swingman jerseys. They sell swingman jerseys, and you usually find swingman jerseys in like Jimmy Jazz, Lids, Pittsburgh sport memorabilia stores. And then when you go on Nike, like the Nike website, you'll find like the official on-field jerseys for like $250. I sell the swingmans and I sell the fan swingman. So I only charge you $50 to $90, and that's how much they're charging you. Actually, I'm charging you less than what they're charging you
retail
at the retail store.
Right.
I'm charging you about 15 to 20% less than what they're charging you at the store, compared to. And if you buy 2, I'll give you a discount. Like, I mean, all right, give me 80 for 2. I'm not taxing you.
Right, I'm gonna need a couple of Jerry's. But that's dope, man. So that gives me so much more about you, and that's really fucking cool because that's the true hustle right there. I think that's the dream, and that can still 100% be the hustle, and probably is the hustle as well. But like that by itself is like the selling the candy at school type shit. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, bro, I got the shits. Yeah. You want it? You gotta come to me. You know, and that's dope. That's it. That happens. Stop.
In the shoe market. So I do things for people like this. Like, I might not go out and be like, oh, let me get all these shoes off the rack. You know what I'm saying? I'll do things like, say if you're looking for 09 pair of Oreos, 6s, very hard to find, especially if they're very clean. I'll charge you about $50, and then when I find a pair, you'll cash at me the value of what I paid for them, and I make $50 off you. Or I'll go out, I'll find bundle deals, buy mystery boxes off like, these YouTubers like Cam's Kicks or these different Instagram people. Or I got a UK connect, like UK people get shoes released early for like 2 months early. So I'll contact them. They'll send me a couple pairs, and I'll resell them. I'll get my money out of it and some. It's easy money. But like I said, like that's the pyramid. Right. Got the jerseys, got certain starter jackets, like throwback stuff. I don't really try to get into vintage, but say if I got like certain, like say if I find like throwback Spurs or like Michigan or Ohio State stuff, and I'll buy it and I'll flip it. But other than that, it's mainly jerseys, shoes to build up for this. So I'll go out and
that's dope. And that's a great plan, man.
And it's not like I'm out here, I'm on DHS finding a wholesaler or Alibaba asking people, can you make this shirt for me? No, my stuff is 100% heavy cotton. It's got the stretch, stretch to it. All made in America. My designs are me. I'm saying patent pendants, all that. Step by step. It's not like I'm out here backdooring it. Right. So I try to do it legit. So I might pay a little bit more for better quality and better products. But do you want a shirt that's going to
deteriorate on you in the first place. No, I feel you, bro. And I mean, I love that, like everything you're saying, man. I love it, man. You really have like especially when it comes to your own shit. It's like, bro, no, I really am trying to put value in every aspect of my t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Every aspect of my line. I think that's so dope. But I also think having like, bro, yeah, I'm selling this stuff. I'm getting connects over here and over here and over here, and all that I'm doing here is to help, of course, keep me and my family good, but also to reinvest into the dream.
Right.
I think that's dope, bro. Like that not a lot of young people your age think that way. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot to learn here. You know what I mean? So
well, you're doing it right now. You
got
this guy popping off.
Sure.
You got the studio dance, and then you got the shirt
for sure.
25% off.
For sure. We got the special, and we got the online joint. You know, we got the online store and everything like that. Right. So that's just we trying to make it work.
That's why I'm struggling.
It's hard, bro. But I feel like a person like you remind me of myself in a lot of ways. I feel like you're someone who believes in patience and understands that like shit doesn't happen overnight. Right. You know what I mean, you have to keep working at it. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm sure that's what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, man, I want to keep it moving because we are close to the time. And I didn't get to ask my funny question. And Marique just looking at me like he's crazy. Hey, Marique, did you go tanning? You look a little darker today.
Oh,
you look a little more browner.
I put some Vaseline.
Some Vaseline. Okay. Listen, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. But yeah, bro. So we have our question. My funny question is, be quiet, Ghost. Anywho, Ghost's money is behind me, and of course he has to be so loud. He said they need to hear me in the podcast.
Like I'm about to get y'all 1,000 views.
I'm going live. Anywho, I'm just kidding, Ghost. I love you, man. Anyways, so Benji, what would you say is your number one no-no? And what I mean by that is just like pet peeve, or just something that just fucking grosses you out, or just whatever. Just like your number one no-no, man.
Something like, oh hell no.
Hell to the no.
Get that out of my face.
You're right. That's a hard one, I know.
Dude, because there's so many different things.
You can give us 3.
Give you 3?
Yeah.
Eating booty that's not yours. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wants a nasty booty that you know.
It ain't yours.
Ew.
If it's not yours.
First of all,
that's not
gross.
Yours.
Okay.
That's not yours though. You know what I'm saying?
Continue. Please, family, don't eat.
I don't eat, but I'm just saying.
Don't eat nobody else's
booty, yeah, You better do that in the shower to your lovely wife you come.
I'm gonna just say this so hard.
She better have
my wife. If you're watching this with my kids, I apologize because my wife and kids normally watch the podcast. I got young kids.
Please stand by.
Please stand by. Boo boo boo. So no. All right. Other than that, what else?
You start getting
don't let your girl hold the checkbook for one.
No, I keep my money.
Yeah, I think I agree. Unless she's a banker.
She's not a finance.
If she's not in the finance realm, you should just keep it to yourself. Yeah. I'm not saying nothing about my wife. I feel like my wife's great with money, just not mine.
Oh no, mine's is good with money, but she'll take my money and then we'll put my money back. But I needed my money now, not later. It's my money and I need it now. Type of commercial.
Here's my
JG Wentworth.
Yeah, it's JG Wentworth around here. This is my money.
7 cash now.
Even though you established, I need my money now.
Right. Nah, I feel you.
Credit score ain't good enough for me, so it's what it is.
Okay, so that's number 2.
Number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3. And this is gonna be a wise one for the kids.
Okay, let's go.
Don't go chase no girl without no ride home. That's a no-no.
Wow.
Yeah. Because if you go catch that bus with your last $250 and you get stuck out there because they moms ain't gonna let you stay the night. Now you outside and it's snowing outside today. You're gonna be outside all night until the morning. Now you gotta finesse your way on the bus, and your mom ain't gonna grab you because it's 3:00 in the morning. Hell no. Hell no.
Hey, family, level up, family.
That deserves some slow snaps.
Incredibly slow snaps, of course. But that was the dopest bit of advice I've ever heard in my life, bro. Like he said for the kids, he said, "Don't ever go chasing no girl and not have no ride home, fam." Because I put that on my life. I have walked to houses and then places to see ladies back in the day,
right.
and like not had no food, no money, no way home, and just been like crushed. Like, I thought I could stay the night.
Be like, please.
Now I gotta walk all the way back to the west side.
Be like, please, I'll sleep under your bed. Your mom will never notice.
Right.
I walked from the north side to Monroeville.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
If it's love,
well, I'm not gonna perk for the camera. I gotta ride home when I hit like Forest Hills, but you know what I mean, it's still like that was still a Mac. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
a major Mac.
You know what I'm saying? I took a couple shortcuts, and I was on the North Shore, North Side. I wasn't like up on the North Side. I wasn't up in like Northview Heights, and I was on North Shore, but took a little cuts. Got near like Forest Hills, Wilkinsburg area. Some lady stops and said, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to get to the crib. It ain't gonna be bad." I was like 16.
Oh man,
I was like 16, man. And
that's
somebody
deep.
just let me get home, so she
That's
took me
deep.
home.
That's deep.
Snap for her.
Yeah. Shout out to the lady that took my man Benji home, man.
Right.
From Forest Hills, man. You were a lovely lady. God bless you, lady.
Right. She could have been a serial killer.
Right. You could have been anything.
Anything.
You was a nice lady that took my man home.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that. That was quite hilarious and entertaining. So I appreciate you for your wonderful answers. Reek, did you want to do one, or can I get to my last question? Because we are, over time.
I'll do a couple of this or that.
Right.
Would you rather, like you say, always say the same thing.
Whatever. Just do what you do.
Would you rather sell jerseys or Urban Drip if you had to choose to pick one?
And only one.
And only one.
That's a good question.
That's a damn good question.
If I had a storefront, Urban Drip.
Okay, sticking with that.
If I had a storefront.
And why is it? Why do you think you need a storefront?
If you had a storefront, it brings more attraction.
It also brings more expenses like bills and lights and gas.
Well, I mean, I want to chase the dream, but I don't know.
And you could have roaches and rats. You never know. It's like that. I remember the first time we had a mouse in Level Up. Oh my god! I was like, no, a mouse. It was in the middle of a class, and I just see it come out that closet, and like no one sees it. I'm teaching. I'm just like, all right, up here, eyes to me, class, and da.
Stepped on that
Oh no, we got it. He's out. He's out.
Stars.
But we were actually, the funny thing, mice they like candles, family. So if you store candles in boxes and you put them away, a mouse will think that it's food and eat through the candle, and then it'll use the box as a house. So don't store candles in closets and boxes. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? All right. Can I get to my last question? You got one more.
Would you rather be on the north side or in Monroeville?
To live, you mean?
Yeah, to live.
Okay, that's fair.
Monroeville, because I want a family and I want them to go to Gateway.
Gateway Middle.
The Gators.
Shout out to them.
Good school district.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's a great school.
Get them
district.
into football.
Yeah.
Get a nice little scholarship.
Love it. Anyway, I'm ready for my last question. So, Benji, thank you so much for being on the show. Love you for that. Love you for everything you've been saying, bro. You're a very wise young man for your age, and I appreciate your thought process. But, here at Level Up, we're all about the youth, man. We're all about inspiring young people to be great and to be great through creative arts and through creative expression. And so we hope if they are watching that we can give them a bit of advice, for people who are current artists who just need some inspiration in life. We hope to be that for them in the best way that we can. And so my last question for you, sir, if there was somebody watching who might want to start their own business, who might want to get into resell or upsell or whatever, or just, somehow pursue a dream, but they're nervous, they don't know what to do, what advice would you give those people?
Pen to paper.
Hey, shout out to Alexandria. She's showing a lot.
That's my woman.
I was about to say she's showing big love on her.
Okay.
Shout out to you.
Okay, shout out
That's
Alexandria.
all I see,
You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, I love that. Write it down.
Yeah. Write down the idea, write down the expenses, write down who but don't be patient. Don't just bite at the first opportunity. Get options. Look at who you can get your product from, who has the better deal. Look at the pros and cons of each supplier, each distributor, each reseller, whoever you're dealing with, because you could get burnt.
Yeah.
You could invest all of your money into something that's now you have to make a little bit back, or just lie and then not have that dirty conscience on you to believe that now I'm running a lying business, like not trying to be truthful to my customers. You know what I'm saying? So just take a pen to paper, be patient, sit here and really focus and realize what's in front of you, and just one step at a time. One step at a time.
Love it. Dope, man. So if anybody that's watching, listening to this podcast, Benji, that wants to collab with you, maybe get some gear from you, whatever it might be, how can they get a hold of you via the social needs and all that good stuff?
You can contact me on Facebook. You can contact me on Instagram. I got Snapchat, Twitter.
Twitter. And what's your handles?
My handles?
Yeah, like
your name
on there.
Benji Osama on Facebook. Benji Montana _ on Instagram, and Benji Osama on Twitter.
Nice.
Okay,
sweet. Well, family, you already know where you can find me at The Minded Quinn on all social medias. Also, check out my website, marioquinn.com. And please check out Level Up Studios at Level Up PGH on all social medias. And, of course, leveluppgh.com. I'm going to pass it off to my man, RZA.
You can find me at YouTube and Facebook on The Reek Experience. You can find me on Instagram at Reezy Reek. And Spotify, all platform at Reezy Reek. Make sure you check out some music, and want to collab, just DM me. I'm always down to work.
All right. Well, family, it's your boy Mario Quinn, your boy Rizzy Reek. You know what I'm saying? We here with our boy Benji. This has been episode 79 of the Level Up Podcast. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening to the podcast, watching us on live on YouTube. Subscribe, do it all. We love you. Peace. Yo, yo, yo.